Hello, it's Dr. O with a very short medicine show that speaks of screening and preventative care. And in the United States of America, our care is so bad that we don't even understand that when we say something is preventative and screening, we may not even be talking about what we can really do at the base, like a mammogram. A mammogram is secondary prevention. Primary prevention of breast cancer would be things like examining your zip code and knowing where you live, and if you're in Cancer Alley, moving. Primary prevention for breast cancer would be legislation that allows people to close down environmental problems that are known and identified. Primary prevention would be immunizations. We don't have any immunizations against breast cancer. We do have some immunizations coming up now that are against things like HPV that allow our children in some people's world, not mine, to be more protected. Primary prevention against cervical cancer. Education about healthy eating would be something else you could do for breast cancer prevention. Stay away from alcohol and cigarettes for breast cancer prevention. Going forward, secondary examples are, as I said, mammograms. And depending on where you are, you might get a screening mammogram or you might get a diagnostic mammogram. If you are worried and higher risk, demand the diagnostic, not the screening one. But again, that's by zip code and what kind of medical insurance you may have. Another example of secondary is when we take low-dose aspirin or change our diet for preventing heart attacks. Another example might be modifying a workplace to make sure that an injured worker can work safely there. Tertiary is most interesting. That's what we do when something bad usually has happened and we're trying to get a person back to their highest level. So cardiac or stroke rehabilitation would be an example of that. Support groups that would allow you to process what had happened to you, and vocational rehab programs. All of this comes to you as cliff notes from a Canadian source, which I will reference. There was nothing, nunca, nada, in the United States that I could find that was helpful for this. Each time I go on the internet, it's worse. Right now, the National Institutes of Health are totally down. I can't even get any information there.